Hello and welcome to episode 174 for Schnozzcast. This is Bob, joined by my stalwart co-hosts, Cory, Schnozzcast, and Todd Dillon. Tonight we're going to get a little booze news for you, a little TTs, TikToks, and gentleman's agreement. Gentlemen, how are you? Don't all answer at the same time.
Oh, hey, that was really loud. I hurt my own ears on that one. Sorry about that, guys.
I am mighty, sir.
Excellent. Hey, if you're new to the podcast, thanks for joining. Please come back every week. We release on Fridays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, out on all of the streaming services. That's your Apple Podcasts, that's your Spotify, that's your Stitcher, that's your Mixcloud, your Podbean, anywhere else we can get a podcast. We also, at the same time, go live out on YouTube, as well as Facebook and Instagram, all at Schnozzcast. And if you haven't subscribed to us on any of those services, please, what's your problem? Get with it and follow us. And while you're at it, when you follow us, give us a like if you can. Yeah,
you switched up your wording on me there.
Yeah,
There's certain verbal cues that I've been like Pavlov's dog, and I've been going off of.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to hit certain things at certain times, and you completely threw me off on that one.
Yeah, sorry. It's I'm overexcited tonight.
I see that.
Overexcited.
I see that.
You moved so quick, Bob. I was going to tell you a little anecdotal story before you asked how I was doing.
Yeah, we save those for after housekeeping, but I'm going to come back to you. So,
but my anecdote is to be lost later.
Why would it be lost? Oh, it was relevant to the housekeeping?
Yes, it was relevant to your greeting us and asking how we were doing.
Hey Todd,
so when how
you doing?
I'm mighty, of course. I said that. But what the anecdote I wanted to say was this true story. When we walked the dogs today, we went to a mountain path about 2 miles away. And as we were in the car, we're getting ready to leave. The car in front of us has a license plate that's customized, and it says, "Be mighty."
You took a picture?
I did not.
Come on.
So
I was going to say, I would hope you did one better than take a picture, and you went and offered that man money for that plate. And you now own it.
Isn't that awesome, though?
Look, given our background, I feel kind of embarrassed for you that you didn't just pull out your switchblade and take that plate right off that car.
And take the plate?
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. They got to their car before us. We got loaded up quick because I thought I was going to be late to the cast. So we loaded up quick and jumped out. They were still sitting there. They were getting ready to back out in front of us. So I should have taken a picture.
They saw a strange, huge man with huge dogs, and I'm sure
exactly
waiting for the authorities to come.
A strange, huge black man. So there's I think I'm the only guy here.
I'm so glad I almost missed that. So while you're out visiting us on YouTube or Facebook, search for us on Facebook, on Instagram. We're posting every week almost funny clips and audiograms and shit from the podcast on Instagram. So definitely follow us there. And if you get a chance, wherever you're downloading or listening to us from, give us a rating, give us a like, and maybe leave a comment. We would appreciate it. You can also communicate with us over email at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, especially because it's going to Nick's personal phone now at 618-SHOCKER. So please take advantage of that.
Shocker.
Nick loves nothing more than middle-of-the-night phone calls. All right. So with that, I'm really excited tonight because this is it might be the last podcast here that we're doing before the impending nuptials. Are you?
It is the one we're doing before that.
Well, hold on. The wedding hasn't happened yet. Any manner of shenanigans could happen between now and then to call that wedding off.
Yeah, today was almost one of them.
Word.
Not on my behalf or Danielle's behalf.
Dude,
it was just. Go ahead, Todd.
I almost drove away the night before my wedding.
The night before, great. That's
Pete. The night before, we had a rager after the rehearsal, and I'm like, I'm not marrying you. And I grabbed my dog, put her in my truck, and started to drive away. And Pete DeGraff saved me.
Which is crazy. That might be one of the few times that he did a selfless act like that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Cory, I'm not counting my chickens before they're hatched here. This wedding hasn't happened yet.
Absolutely. Lots of time for this to go down the tank.
Thank you for that.
You'll know next if we have an episode next Saturday where we start off and Cory's like, oh, hey. Things didn't go well.
I'll still be mighty.
Oh, yeah. I'll still be overexcited. I mean, think of all the shit we'd have to talk about.
I know.
Great content.
Guys, we're not doing booze news or anything this week. We got plenty to hash out.
As if there's not enough humor at my disposal already.
So you nervous?
No, man. I really am not. We've been together for 7 years.
Yeah, I know. But this is big doings. You haven't got married in 7 years.
No, I've never been married, believe it or
Right.
not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the day of it'll really hit.
I think at some point it's going to.
For me, Bob, it was kind of after. Like, I wasn't nervous at any point, even the whole getting everything set up when I got married. But I like after, like when it was done, I'm like, holy shit! There's like no going back. Like, she's half my shit right now.
You mean after they pronounce you man and wife, or like at the end of the reception?
No, at the end of not even at the end of the reception. Like when we walked out of the church, I'm like, holy shit, this is like done.
Were you holding her hand at the time when you walked out? Did it feel like there was handcuffs on your hand?
Exactly.
I'm trying to pull away, and nothing's happening.
Yeah. I wanna let go of this hand, but she's gripping it like grim death.
Something very weird is going on here.
That's crazy because I was at your wedding and I could have swore everything was hunky dory. I did not know.
Yeah, and not only did I almost not get married that day, and then it didn't kick in and I wasn't nervous until afterwards. I was like, no way, I did it. I made Mary wait 20 years.
Right.
Was it 20 years, Todd?
I did.
Wow.
I made her ask me.
Thank you, Todd, for never mentioning that to Cory before he proposed, because he might have been like, there's no rush. Todd went 20 years.
I was already getting the ultimatum, Todd, at 7 or 6 years at the time.
Yeah. She gave
Mary asked me to marry her. I was on a business trip back home. She picked me up at the airport and she goes, I think it's time. And she goes, and she opens the ring up in the car while we're at the airport. And I'm like, I need some time to think about this. And we waited another 2 years.
Jesus.
I just need a couple of years to think about this.
Exactly. So like Cory, I was not nervous for even standing up there waiting for her to come down the aisle. I was not nervous, but literally, like, as we walked out of the back of the chapel, I was like, oh shit, I did it.
Oh shit.
It was 20 years coming.
Oh man.
Todd, I think
I could have squeezed out another 6 months.
I think I got to be on Mary's side on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she did make him wait 700 days to get married.
True. Well, I don't think that was really her choice. It doesn't sound like. Sounds like that was more on Todd's end.
No, I think I don't want to speak for you, Todd, but I'm going to. I think that when you gave her the ring, that was probably like, now we're starting the clock. Like, that's really here we go. You know, whether it's 3 months from now, whether it's 6 months from now.
So since she bought me a ring, yeah, I think so. We were for sure officially engaged at that point. I mean, ultimately, I think that was the thing, because we went shopping for a ring for her right away. But yeah, we waited another couple of years. We actually, I only really got a year, but I got an extra year because we were doing that New York motorcycle trip, and our date was going to overlap with our second trip up to New York to ride in the Adirondacks. So Mary graciously offered to move our wedding out another year so that that crew could come to the wedding.
So you got an extra year to go on a kick-ass motorcycle trip, and still walking out of the church going, "Oh shit."
I'm an asshole, I know.
Not for nothing, but you guys said you took some time to plan the wedding out and all that. I think Danielle had it planned by the time we got off that pier.
Oh, dude, no, she'd been planning it in her head her whole life.
Oh, it was very quick. Right after we got off that pier, that like things were already in motion, and like calls were made to reserve stuff and everything like that.
Oh yeah. I no calls were probably made before then. No, but
no, God, no.
She and this is a love Danielle. She just strikes me as the kind of girl who really wanted to get married. You guys had been together for almost 7 years at that point, and I'm sure if you had asked her to marry you at year 3, she would have said yes. I'm sure that. Oh,
I know. Yeah. Most definitely.
And she strikes me as the kind of girl who probably, played games with her girlfriends about, who's going to be the bride today. Pulling in boys from down the street. You be the groom, I'll be the bride. We'll play this game. We'll play pretend. When she was 7, I'm sure that marriage has been on her mind for quite a while. So yeah, this is this is by no means like we've been together for 7 years. I live with him. Yeah, it's no big deal on that day. This is a huge day for Danielle.
Oh, she's, dude, like I said, every day has been spent with nothing else but towards that.
My only concern for you guys is what happens when it's over.
We'll have money.
When you come back from the honeymoon and the afterglow is done and now you're married and life kind of settles in, then what?
I'll tell you what, Bob.
Where's she going to put all of her focus then?
I'm settled, so.
You're settled right now.
Yeah. Well, in that, even after that, but yeah, I think she's going to have a lot of extra time on her hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the rules all kick in, Cory.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Idle hands make the devil's work.
What am I talking about?
Making rules.
There's plenty of rules already, so.
Well, you'll learn some new ones. I once used to wear shoes in the house.
Well, that's just a savage
for
move,
20
Todd.
plus years.
Yeah, it's my house. I can wear shoes in my house.
Exactly. Then I got married. No shoes in the house.
And did that hammer drop like immediately after the ceremony? After you got back from you walked in from the honeymoon with your shoes on? She's like, "Oh no, motherfucker!"
No. I think literally she had these layers. Like that was like a level 4 rule change. She started with all these little minor things, right? It's like turning lights off, shutting toilet lids, and things like that.
all after the wedding?
Yeah, after the wedding.
So you've been together for 20 years.
Yep. Then tightening faucets got important.
Okay. All of a sudden, yeah, because of this ring, shut that goddamn light off.
Good luck, Cory.
You guys are making this sound awesome.
And we're going to get to see the triumphant return to Metro Detroit of one Todd Dillon for the wedding. So we're excited about that. What are you drinking tonight, Todd?
I am back on the Deschutes. Hang on. I gotta make sure I get the name. The Deschutes Haze-Tron Hazy IPA. It's an Imperial IPA, so it's 8% alcohol, but you don't taste. It doesn't taste super alcoholic. It's incredible.
Alcoholic?
It doesn't taste all liquory.
Liquory?
At 8%. You know what I mean.
No, I want you to keep on using different words. And
my shot is Crown Apple, as always.
Okay. I feel like I could just snip that audio out and I could just put that in every week and it'd be the same exact thing.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Except for the brown sugar bourbon.
Yeah, so I make another snippety clippity and then I just interchange them every week.
Well, wait a minute. What about the Lestau I had?
Oh, that's right. That was one time.
Well, I had the Jack Honey.
Twice in 170 episodes.
I had the Jack Honey.
All right.
And the Jack Apple.
Oh, okay.
Remember the peach? The Machu Picchu.
I'm going to mute his mic in a second. All right.
Well, we lost Todd.
So Cory, you're back in the same
hard soda. Yeah.
hard soda, and you and I are doing some Fireball. I got a beat of Purple Haze. So with that, let's pour yourself a shot, Todd.
Got her ready.
I will say though, because on the way over here, I told you that I had some of the hard sodas in the fridge still.
Yep.
And it looks like someone that will not be mentioned did tap into 3 of them.
Okay.
They happen to be the cola ones that I really like. So
heads are going to roll, is what you're saying.
I'll be talking to Nick later about collecting on those.
Yeah. Just a punch right in the stomach.
No. Because
when he goes, what's that for?
Because I know
Are we doing the shot?
I know it wasn't Nick. Bob's still pouring it. That's why I'm trying to talk. Because if you notice, there is something on the couch over there that's usually out when only a certain person comes over. That being the person that will not be named.
Cowboy hats?
Yep.
There's multiple cowboy hats.
That's how I know. That's how I know that person was here.
It was a cowboy hat party. I bet there was a ton of shit on Snapchat. You should have looked.
Dude, to keep up with that,
yeah,
I don't have the time for that.
Oh, fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a shot and you're in a position to have one, go get one.
If you're in your car,
yeah. If you're in your car,
holding a baby.
If you're in the bathtub, holding a baby.
In the bathtub, holding a baby.
Sure. Yeah.
Put that baby down in the bathtub and get yourself a shot.
There you go.
No, there's room on the outside of the tub. There's shelves and Oh,
like the soap dispenser.
Yeah.
Hang the baby from the soap dispenser.
And then get yourself a
and
shot.
Then get a
don't
shot.
hang the baby from anything.
We don't want Todd, we don't want the baby to drown. You have to hang it from something.
Yeah.
You don't hang the baby from anything.
We didn't say hang it from the faucet, like in the water.
Yeah.
Hang on to the baby.
All right. If safety is a concern, carry your baby dripping wet
on a slippery wood floor
out to get the shot. Thanks, Todd.
And now someone slipped and crushed their baby.
Yeah, and then come
Put
back.
your shoes on.
Your shower shoes?
Yes, sir.
Those shower shoes are probably full of fungus. You want that near your baby? Anyway, here we're doing a shot.
Salute.
First one's always so fun.
I should do that more often. It's really, really good.
Have a shower, baby?
No. A little Crown Apple. That's really good stuff.
No one told you couldn't have Crown Apple, dude.
Todd, we still have that half a bottle fermenting for you out behind Joe's house.
Yeah.
Making sure it's getting extra crispy out there.
Here next week.
Nice.
Exactly. That's why we're letting it ferment.
There we go.
All right, Cory. Booze news, sir.
And now it's time for booze news.
All right, tonight's booze news is brought to you by Todd and Cory. We're going to let Mr. Dillon go first.
Sweet. So I got this off the Fox News. Drunken Maine man arrested after trying to hide from police under a blanket. Is this an episode of Scooby-Doo? An intoxicated man was arrested for trespassing in Belfast, Maine. This was just a couple weeks ago. And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for Maine's Belfast Police Department. An intoxicated Maine man was arrested for trespassing early Monday after trying to hide from police underneath a blanket, authorities said. Officers responded sorry. There's a lot of ads in this report here. Sorry. Officers responded around 9:30 p.m. Sunday to the Admiral Ocean Inn in Belfast for a report of a disturbance caused by a drunken man identified as Philip Delude. That dude's a dick. The Belfast Police Department said police removed Delude from the property and told him not to return or else he'd be arrested. So dude got a second chance. But did he take advantage of it? Hell to the nah. When police performed a sweep of the parking lot around 12:40 a.m., police said they found someone hiding in a chair with a blanket draped over themselves. Police pulled the blanket off to reveal Delude hiding underneath it, according to authorities. Here at Belfast Police Department, we have seen some crafty ways of hiding from the police department wrote in Facebook.
This was not one of them.
This, unfortunately, is not one of them. Facebook users poked fun at Delude's poor hiding place. Wait, is this an episode of Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I did catch too. I didn't want to interrupt your story, but it did catch the way that you dished it off to say, and he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. What? They must have been hot on his heels, because that's the only reason I can think of why you would go like, I need somewhere to go. The chair, blanket over the head, done.
I mean, as in every Scooby-Doo episode, they're always hot on his heels. So clearly that is the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
think if he was indoors, he would have been hiding. He would have pretended he was a coat rack.
I think they should just left him sit there for as long as he would sit there, and then taken him in after.
Do you think he should have kind of walked around going, now where is he?
Walked around. I'm sure they were sitting in their patrol car. Dude's right out in front of the. There's a picture of it. He's like right out in front of it. It looks like a hotel room.
I really hope he was frantically knocking on all of those doors too. Let me in, let me in.
No, he's sitting under a blanket with his looks like a lunch pail next to him.
Well, once they didn't let him in, yeah, he's like, fuck, I guess I got to play the under the blanket game.
And exactly. And the troops should have pulled up, sat next to him, and waited him out.
It kind of reminds me of the Key and Peele episode of the Germans with the dead American soldiers, and I can't remember what it was, which one it was. That was the American soldier. But he's laying on the ground, and he's like, "I assure you, this man is dead." And he went to go stab him with a bayonet, and he scooted to the side. And he's like, "See, I told you, he's clearly dead."
Oh my god! So, what was the? Maybe I'm thinking of the same episode you're talking about.
The German soldier was the dad from Modern Family, not Ed O'Neill. Whoever plays Phil.
Oh yeah,
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah. Whoever his character is, that's who was
Ty something or other.
Yes, that's who was in the Key and Peele skit.
This sounds like something right off the Scan BC Twitter feed, which I love, because British Columbia has some of the nuttiest everyday police stops and reports that you're ever going to want to see. That's a great feed. It should be my pick of the week.
What's it called?
Damn it.
Scan BC.
I'm in.
Now I got to come up with something else.
It. All right. Thanks, Todd. Cory.
You're welcome.
So I've got something for you guys this week coming from the one and only France. There was a...
There's only one of them?
As far as I know. So this artist had a very special display that they put on at a gallery, the Musée Picasso, and it was a single blue jacket, like a suit coat, hanging from a nail on the wall. And the artist's expression was to put postcards in the pocket that people could actually grab out and read and take with them if they wanted. Well, it was highly visited and very well liked at the museum. And one day it came up missing.
The coat?
The coat came up missing.
Okay.
So they went back and watched surveillance tapes and saw a older lady come up and take it off one day and put it in her purse. She came back to
She put the coat in her purse?
Yeah.
That's a big-ass purse to fit a coat.
I mean, it's, or maybe she slung it over
some
it.
Big old handbags.
It's fucking French.
Also, anyway. Exactly. French got big old Dior
what?
bag.
Big old bags.
Is Dior French?
Big old floppy bags.
Those French bags. So huge.
So she actually came back to the museum several days later to revisit. So at that point, they took her into custody and started interviewing her about the stolen piece of art.
Uh-huh.
And she freely admitted to it because she thought it was just a lost coat that someone had hung up on the wall.
Okay.
And so she had taken it. And when they said, "Oh, well, can we have that back for the installment?"
Oh, no.
She says, "Well, yeah, but I've already had it tailored to my size."
Oh, no.
But I mean...
Well, wait a minute. That doesn't make a big deal, does it?
Yeah.
It's still art.
The art wasn't... It wasn't...
It's not original.
It didn't hinge upon the size of the coat.
Clearly, somehow it did, because they refused to take the coat back.
So they just throw their homework in the dirt and walk away?
Because the artist was French, and he's like, "This coat must be the size that I have. My art is my life. I cannot take the coat if you have had it altered.
Out of all the impressions you've ever done, not bad, sir. Not bad.
You've clearly never been around a French person.
A lot of Pink Panther films.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it works for you.
Right.
But so I'm thinking, like, just hang another blue jacket. Like, there's no provenance to this coat. It wasn't like
provenance.
Yeah, there's like no chain of custody.
This is that naturally. This is that natural.
Look, butcher of Samoan names. You got nothing to say here.
That's the Ketchupam.
I agree, Todd. But
yeah. So nothing to stop him from putting the same.
Put any blue coat.
It doesn't even have to be blue.
Get a gray coat,
right?
A pinstripe coat.
It could be a pair of pants, as long as
it's not original anymore. It's been done.
The whole
been done.
It's just hinging upon having a pocket for people to pull out these postcards, right?
No,
from what I can tell,
the art is what it is. The first time people recognize it as something brilliant, and then any alteration to it, it ceases to be original or the same. You guys are missing this whole point. That lady screwed the whole world up by altering that coat, taking it off the wall. Even if she just dry cleaned it, she screwed it up.
Okay.
So I do want to bring up here for you guys that.
No, I appreciate that.
Todd, you'll be able to see it in 1 second, buddy.
So, I now I understand. It should be blue. It pops against the white background.
I don't see shit.
There you go. You can see it now.
Oh no, that looks like a freaking grocery store jacket.
Well, and I mean,
no, that's your classic French blue coat.
Is there words on it? Does it say? Does that say?
You could swing a dead cat. You couldn't swing a dead cat on the Champs-Elysees without hitting a guy wearing a coat like that.
That's the art.
That's the art.
That is the art.
That's why I wanted to put it up.
Todd, you were just defending this art.
That's not art.
Passionately defending. Okay,
dude. Then I'm just gonna take a picture of my wall and call that shit art, and they'd hang that in the Louvre.
Todd, you can
or Louvre.
I think you're thinking about Horst Dovers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. This is a very Andy Warhol-ish kind of a situation to me, where
and that's what I'm saying.
Art should not be something that I could do if I got drunk one night and decided to hang a coat on a nail.
Exactly. You have to already be famous for that to be great art, and even then, you're like, "Oh, nah, that's bullshit."
Right, and a lot of people did. Can of soup? What?
Well, you know what's even more funny about the story? They don't even mention the artist's name in all this.
No, it's right there.
Well,
Stephanie?
Catalan artist Oriol Villanova.
But it's not mentioning the actual story.
That is the story.
That's part. That's.
And it's not art.
Am I not looking at the story?
It's part of the references.
That's the story, though.
No.
Were you reading a different story?
Corey.
That's the actual story.
That's the first. It's in the first line.
Corey.
Of the story. Anyway.
Yes, Todd.
Yeah.
I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
I need all the information about this article because I got to get to wherever this was in France and fix this shit. Either that or hang a different jacket.
It's at the Musée Picasso.
I'm going to hang a hat on a wall. Call that shit art.
You're going to have to French up your name a little bit. What would
Alone?
Nouveau.
Some sort of a crazy accent on the O.
Nouveau Dio. Nouveau Dua.
Todd is a very American name, too. There's no Frenchies named Todd.
Well, I have to ditch Todd.
Apologies to all the French listeners we have out there.
Apologies to all you dirty frogs.
I love France, but none of them are named Todd.
I like how you love France, but you don't love the French.
Well, this is a comedy podcast. If I was just
this is supposed to be
complimentary about the French, it wouldn't be very funny, would it?
Love their fries.
This show's supposed to be funny?
Yeah. Said no one. Said our dozens of listeners.
Exactly. All in France.
Right.
And we just lost them. God damn it.
Neither one of you two guys are funny at all.
All right, guys, I'm going home.
I think that I love the way that Todd completely flipped from passionately defending the art. It doesn't matter, and he defended it in such a way like, no, it doesn't matter. The art is the art.
Art is art.
Art changes. It's bullshit. What? That sucks.
Fuck this art. This isn't even art. This is horse shit.
I did.
I'm going to go there and piss on that wall.
I want Todd to
and that'll be way better art than they could ever come up with.
I want Todd to start like a TikTok art critic. Dude, I feel like every other episode we're coming up with a different TikTok idea.
I know.
You never do any of them.
That's a layup. This one is a layup.
Todd's art criticism.
Todd, Wednesday afternoon next week, we're going to the DIA, buddy.
Yeah, but the trick is describe it to him so that he can go, oh, yeah, sounds, what? Picture of a lady looking sideways?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I love that idea.
That
will be
great.
my wedding present to you, Corey.
And then you
we'll
go
to DIA.
Like,
we'll go to DIA and we will film TikToks.
Can we get, I want one of us just standing there for 35 minutes straight staring at a picture.
Exactly.
Actually,
I already know the segment. Art, not art.
That's good. That's actually really good. I mean, wouldn't it be a bitch if that was what got us? If that's what broke.
What made us sore?
A soundless 35-minute TikTok of you guys just staring at the wall
and just cutting back and forth.
Yeah, we've been working our asses off
and forth
for 2+ years.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Couldn't get a fucking listener to save our lives.
Todd and I went to the DIA, stared at some pictures for a half hour.
Next thing you know,
we're
cover of Life magazine.
All over TMZ.
Yeah.
Paparazzi are following us everywhere.
All right, well, that's a good segue into what some are calling TT's TikToks.
Are you ready?
And that's the end of that before we get a abbreviated version of that.
That's some bullshit.
Dude, you had all week.
That's an awesome song.
Yes, it is. Shorten that shit up and send it to me, and that's what we'll play. I know I stopped it after like 8 seconds, but I would legitimately let it go for like 20 or 25 seconds if I knew that's how long it was. But I know that shit's like 2 minutes long.
So let it go 20 seconds then.
No, but it's because I know it's so long where I'm like, no.
You just like crushing my soul a little bit.
I like to crush dreams. That's my passion, Todd. Yours is art criticism prior to seeing the art, and mine is dream crushing.
Hey, you know who's getting married this weekend?
Who's that?
Oh, it's in less than a week, Todd.
Yes,
I was
indeed.
going to say, my heart just kind of sank, actually, when you said this weekend. I'm like, wait a second.
Holy shit.
That was a flinch test.
I'm late for a very important date.
Tomorrow? What? All right, so I got several for you guys this week.
Several?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like more than one.
So this first one needs no explanation. I'm just going to play it for you guys.
I might regret doing this, but I'm going to try dipping my chicken burrito in the nacho cheese.
If that's where your regrets start, you're doing fine, dude. I once snorted a mystery powder off a dude's phone on a bus. I didn't even know that. I met him on the bus, and he was like, "You want some?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." Don't even know what it was. Call me fucking idiots.
Keep going, Corey. I gotta grab a beer.
Right.
Do you need one?
She was going to dunk a
please.
chicken burrito into nacho cheese, and that was going to be...
Yeah, apparently to her, that's just a crazy move.
Wow.
Which I now feel kind of terrible that that's just how I've always thought you ate those.
She just leads a very sheltered life.
I was saying, what psychopath doesn't do that?
Who eats chicken burritos?
They should be steak. You're correct. All right, next one for you. If I can find the play button, there we go.
The refried bean.
Hang on, we're going to give that one another play real quick, just so people can get it.
There you go.
And I think we all know that feeling.
We do have female listeners out there.
Oh, come on. You know, they get that feeling as well. If anything, they're worse than we are.
Word.
God,
Mary told me she was
until
in a
they get
store the
married
other day,
anyway. Until they get married.
Yeah.
and somebody came into the ladies' room and crop dusted in a hard way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one was at the request of Bob himself.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta get some sound.
Hang on.
Oh, that's not the one.
No?
No.
This is what came up.
No.
All right. Well,
I could be wrong. I'll have to. Yeah. Don't even blow that because the actual video goes for like a good 20 seconds.
okay.
This looks like they took the first half of it and then.
I was going to
somebody
say
did
when
some
you sent it to me, I meant to tell you that I've seen the original one. I thought the original was way funnier.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's not spoil it. I'll leave it for next episode.
This one you really kind of have to pay attention. There's a certain detail that you'll see on the TV.
All right. So apologies to our listeners of the executive audio version. You're not gonna. You should definitely go out to YouTube and check us out here.
Walk down the bench now. Walk down the bench now. Come on, Rick. You gotta like.
So it's a bunch of guys watching a hockey game. They want the coach to go a certain way.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't think that's a hockey thing.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, there was a whole Facebook page dedicated to Babcock for that.
Yeah, but you could do that with any NFL coach as well.
NHL coach?
NFL coach as well.
Oh, no, because there's not people directly behind.
I don't. What was the? Were they trying to get
Should we
somebody?
play it again?
Todd, I'm going to play it for you again.
Was there somebody? Were they talking to somebody on the phone?
No, look very closely to the right of the coach's shoulder.
Walk down the bench now. Walk down the bench now.
Oh, is there a hot chick there?
Come on, Rick. You gotta like walk around and think about it. You gotta do your best thinking.
So there's a hot chick there.
I apologize because
with her tits out. Yes.
honestly,
Yeah.
I thought it was about like predicting coaches.
No, it was. That's why I said there was.
Did you think that as well, Todd, or no?
No, I couldn't. I knew it was. I thought that they were betting like how far he was.
Right, that's what I. Right.
That's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah.
And then I finally saw it. I was like, "Holy shit! Okay, that's
Gotcha.
awesome."
Which
All
well,
right.
I was gonna say, like you said, you had to pay close attention. Most people probably had to watch it a couple of times, unless you were immediately drawn in to the people in the background. Because I'm like, I was watching the players. I thought he might hit somebody, or because again, I've seen all manner of stuff when the coaches go up and down the back.
Or if you've done the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, and been waiting
Which
for
I haven't.
like, oh, coach, move back,
And
move back,
like-
band left.
Like I said, it took me. I had to watch it a second time because I thought the same thing too. Like the coach was going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
And then it finally hit me the second time. But there was a whole Facebook page dedicated to boobs behind Babcock.
I don't know why.
That makes sense.
And
That makes sense.
there was at least one from every single game of the season.
Never knew.
Not for nothing. Those are not the greatest seats in the house, and so there's a reason why people go there.
Oh yeah. All right, last one for you guys.
Yep.
I actually sent this one to Danielle because I think this is something that I'm going to have to pull.
Well, that's bullshit.
Oh, dude.
No. No.
If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, essentially it was a TikTok captioned "Day 65 of being married," and this couple was walking to the elevator. There was a point of view of the cameras from the elevator. The girl goes to press the button, and the guy just winds up.
I mean, dude, that was a hard,
Oh yeah,
hard
Smacked-
slap.
smacked
Yeah,
her
that was harder.
ass.
That was harder than any Super Bowl victory ass slap.
Yeah, smacked her ass so hard, and she literally collapsed. And as she was collapsing, he gently
Like he was chloroforming her.
right, gently cradled her to the ground, and then went for the button himself.
Yeah.
I
Do not
think-
do that.
Yeah, I don't think that Danielle is that girl.
I don't think any girl's that girl.
When I sent it to her today, she goes, yeah, you've done that before. I'm like, that hard? And she's like, oh, no, not that hard. She's like, I would have killed you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm here to say that even if you ordered a Russian bride who was here by a fucking thread and you fucking wound up fucking assaulted her ass and then had the gall to put your dirty man hand on her face, and then cradled her to the floor.
I'm not gonna lie, that it was a pretty slick move.
That's bullshit.
He went from that slab to the cradle very quick.
That was staged. That was staged, where that dude's in jail.
Sure, but that's the part. That's the part where, unless you're single, you should be asking yourself, like, could I get away with that in your head?
No.
You may very, very quickly, like, instantaneously go, nope, and then move on. But sometimes,
unless that guy has the lightest arm and lightest bone density and skin mass and whatever else that physics allow, that dude knocked her ass into another dimension.
No, you could hear it reverberating in the hall. The slap.
Dude, when the sound hit, I was like, Jesus. That was so loud.
I'll even go so far as to say, Cory, I think if you did that this week, wedding's off. I don't think she's.
I think we have a bet, sir.
You think so? Get it on film. How much you want to bet?
$100.
$100?
Yeah.
Here's the funnier thing too. Thank goodness that woman had a little bit of weight to her, because if I hit Mary that hard in the ass, I would have knocked her through the wall, through the door.
She did stand her ground pretty well.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, that would have knocked most women through the air.
But I think he had the right angle of approach to come from like the outside. Like it was an outside smack, not a direct from behind.
No,
because then she would have went forward into the doors.
Cory, I either this was the greatest stage job ever, and even still, if she had a big like silicon or water filled bladder there, so it really didn't hurt her, and they staged it, it still had to hurt his hand. Dude's fingers were broken. He hit her so hard.
Dude, if that was staged, that her reaction was way too good to be staged.
Except for the laughing, because I'm telling you, Cory, don't do this. Don't think about doing it. Don't tell a friend. Don't tell anybody you like to even think about doing this, because that's assault.
Yeah, that's. George Carlin had a great joke once upon a time about he did a whole thing about farts, and he had let loose this fart on a train or something like that was so bad he was describing it like 5 different ways, and his last one was like a fart that could end a marriage. That is a slap that could end a marriage.
Yes,
if it was real. If it was real, and you could tell, because if it was real, she would have fucking turned right around. She would have brushed that pain aside, and it would have been flames coming out of her eyeballs, ready to let you have it.
No, I feel like that it was real, because I'm very sure that is not the first time that's happened.
Yeah,
that hard?
Yes,
dude. I would then you know what the $1 million you want art? Get a fucking picture of the skin on that lady's ass and hang that on a wall.
Because you know what? I guarantee you, which I didn't think about doing earlier, but I should go back now to their profile.
Yeah.
I bet you any money there's day 1 through 64 of marriage. There's one for every day.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I bet you they are all ass slaps.
Well, here's the thing then. Actually, there's something I hadn't thought of, Bob. Maybe she has that the cousin of uromycetitis, where your ass cheeks are numb from birth, right? You can't feel, like you could sit on a pin and not feel anything, right? Because your ass is just numb. Maybe she's got that asphyxia or something like that. I don't know.
No, keep going.
That being the medical term, correct?
Keep going. I don't know where this is going, but I love it.
I'm just saying, maybe she's got, if this dude slapped that woman's ass like that for 64 days, then she has a condition whereby you could shoot her in the ass with a 45 and she
with a tranquilizer dart.
Exactly. Maybe that's it. Maybe they've got a Novocaine stash or whatever whatever they shoot in you to numb you up. I mean, there's no way that she was either not chemically altered or that was staged. He hit her too hard. Yes.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think it's completely real.
No. Then she's got asthmatosis.
Yeah, I want you to go on a little bit at length about what does that term mean?
Asphyxia?
Yeah.
Asphyxia. I think it's close. It's a cousin of uromycetitis.
Okay.
That's where you have to pee when you have to, wherever you have to pee, you have to pee. That's
Why would that be the cousin of?
because it's around the corner from the
It's around the corner. Okay.
I mean,
Well played.
it's in the same region, right?
I threw it down and you picked it right up and you showed me what's what.
That's what I'm here to do, sir. You guys can zoom out on me. I got to get another beer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, I'll take this opportunity to welcome to the show. Welcome to the stage, Nick Bader.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Joining us for the very last part of it, and this is a perfect time because how many minutes we got left, Cory?
15.
15. We were just gonna do gentleman's agreement.
Oh, good, because I didn't watch mine.
Then we're not gonna do that. We'll save that for next episode, and instead, if you could grab the book,
Yeah.
and leave it on that page.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find the song.
Existential question of the week.
All right, for this week's installment of Nick's Existential Question of the Week, our question goes back to the empire of crime, apparently. If you are going to turn to crime to support yourself from now on, what sort of criminal empire or crime would you turn to and why? So, before there's a follow-up question, let me read it again.
Who would do that?
If you were going to turn to crime to support yourself from now on, what sort of criminal empire or crime or criminal would you become and why? Interesting. I'll just go first.
Coming in hot.
Yeah. I think it would be like a very high-ranking person, not quite the top person, but a very, very high-ranking person in some kind of drug cartel where I would be untouchable but not having to get my hands dirty. And
Drug cartel, huh?
yeah, where I'm not
Okay.
like involved in killing people or ordering people to be killed. Maybe just like in finance.
I was gonna say, the higher up you go, you're doing the ordering. I mean, no one else is doing that, but
Yeah,
higher
but I
up-
could be
say-
the finance guy.
No, the finance guy is pretty low.
I have a clarifying question.
Yeah.
In this criminal empire, am I invincible? Am I gonna rise to the top? I mean, am I vulnerable in any way? I mean,
I think that's going to bear itself out in your answer, sir.
Yeah, I think so. And see, because my angle would be that like I'd be the one that like really never ordered any kills, but the FBI got involved just in time, and they're like, we're gonna put you in witness protection if you help us.
So you're not even really a criminal anymore.
Oh, I'm a criminal.
Not if you're in witness protection.
I'd be going to jail, but I made a deal.
Because you cook some books?
Might cook some books. There might be some book cooking. Maybe I
Has he
introduced.
confused this with being a chef? Like,
No,
with a cookbook. thing?
I introduced them to different real estate properties for the cartel, and I managed
wait a
a lot of
minute.
money.
You're describing yourself.
But they're going to catch you on a different crime. I mean, that's why my clarifying question is important. Are you invincible? Like, because again, they're going to catch you for tax evasion 2 years while you're into that on your witness protection program. If
Well,
you're
how
not
you-
invincible.
Oh, they already
How
caught.
you get pinched was not part of the question.
I'm an informant.
So
I
you're going to
did
be
the
a
crime.
narc, and being a narc's not a crime, is it?
Well, hold on.
I mean,
but you can't be.
poor form.
You can be an informant, but you still have to be a criminal.
Right? No, I'm a criminal. But they're like, hey, Marcus, we're not going to send you to jail
What?
because you're giving us all this great
What?
finance information.
I was saying, so what?
Finance.
I want to know what
Okay.
crimes you had committed to make yourself that criminal.
Well, Cory, that's attorney-client privilege, so I can't really disclose all of that, but I am a criminal and I work for a cartel.
I'm going to assume then that I'm invincible.
I mean, you can't. I
Like
didn't go
bulletproof?
with. I didn't go with the wish for more wishes card. I didn't say I was invincible and all that. I mean, I kind of danced along the line,
No, you totally did.
but I'm still a criminal. I'm not without guilt.
Got it.
Yeah.
Of what?
But you, yeah, right.
Don't you worry about it. You better watch out and play your cards right, buddy.
Because from what you're describing, you're the very low level guy.
No, I'm
in
a
that
high
chain.
level accountant.
No, he's right.
I work for the Espinoza cartel.
You are a low tier employee who got pitched.
No, this is
got pitched. Like high level guys don't get pitched.
And they also don't do books because those guys are disposable.
No,
So-
we have a different pyramid structure in this cartel.
The inverted pyramid.
And I'm very high.
As someone on the bottom, you're very high in this inverted pyramid. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. I still don't know what you did.
Everything trickles down to me at the top of this ladder.
Yes.
If this house is upside down and I was on the top of the ladder, I would be,
Right side up.
yep, number one.
There you go.
All right,
So
well,
he's
knock
so
it
he's
out of the park,
invincible.
guys. Knock it out of
invincible.
the park.
I want Todd to tell us how he's in. Are you like bulletproof?
So hang on. So restate the question, please.
Oh, wait. You're invisible or invincible?
I thought he
Restate the
said
question, please.
Invincible.
Okay.
Like he's immortal.
For the third time,
Yes, sir.
if you were going to turn to crime to support yourself from now on, what sort of criminal empire, criminal, or crime would you be involved in?
Yes, I would be a vigilante. I'd be the Black Batman, and I'd be invincible.
It's not someone's
And-
last name. It's Batman.
No. It has to be.
Not Batman.
It's the Jewish Batman.
It's not Steve Batman.
Yes.
Batman and
It is.
Goldstein.
It kind of is Batman.
No, it should be that way. From henceforth, it should be Batman.
That's who he is.
Right.
He's the Batman.
Right.
Anyway, that's my crime, and why would I turn to it? I would vigilante all purveyors of hate and ne'er do wells who push hate into the world, and I wouldn't be a murderer vigilante. I'd be like the original Batman, where I would just kind of hurt him a little bit to kind of teach him to act right.
Is this going back to your blanket answer for when we asked you last time if you could do like anything in the world, what would you do or where would you live? And you said, I would buy houses next to every racist so I could haze
Yes.
them and
Yes.
punch
It's
them
very
in the
close.
face.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it
very
seems like
close.
the same thing.
Yep.
Well, but now you give me another avenue, and I'm invincible, and I'm the Black Batman.
But hold on. Are you invincible because you're wearing the Batman suit? Now you
Because
got
I've
me
got
saying
the finances.
Batman. Fuck.
I've got the finances from my Dillon Enterprises to freaking fund all this R&D and cool shit to make me semi-invincible, given that the true Batman is not really invincible or a superhero
So-
at any
so
point.
wait,
He just
so
has
wait.
Just a rich
funds
guy.
and great gear, right? He has
You're-
kit,
you're-
and he's
you're-
able to freaking clearly buy off gravity and other physics-related things. So, yes, based on the question, I'd like to be a vigilante, and I would thwart hate.
So you're fighting for equality and
Yes, sir.
people that are not prejudiced and
Yes,
against
sir.
racists and all this.
And
But
I'm not
you
even
said-
murdering them. I'm
you
just
said-
like doing things
right.
like putting an atomic bomb in their butts,
But you said
punch them in the
Batman.
face.
You said Batman, but you also said Black Panther, and you're against
No, he
racists.
said-
Are you not like
he
you
said-
like Blackman?
He said he was the Black Batman. The Black
Yeah,
Batman.
I never said Black Panther.
Black Batman is what you
I
said.
think
Yeah,
at the
I said Black
beginning
Batman.
you said like the Black Panther.
No, the Black Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything.
Clearly,
about
my
superheroes, so
Seattle accent's
it's
thwarting.
coming through now. Or the signal is we're losing it over the mountain.
Exactly. I said Black Batman.
So the beauty is there's not much they would have to change. He's already got the waterfall. He's already got the helicopter.
Yeah, I feel this is too familiar, but
I just need better
Yeah,
financing.
he could be doing this right. He could have been doing this all along, and we have no idea.
I need better financing.
Just waiting on that
And
But he's a
not for
he's
nothing.
a vigilante gentleman. He's he's a gentle vigilante.
Not for nothing. I
Just
don't
a
have
little light
Jerome
beating.
either. I don't have Jerome. I mean, not Alfred.
Jerome.
Jerome.
Oh, are you thinking the time? are you thinking
My-
Jerome?
My
sidekick for the
able-minded
Morris Day?
assistant.
Your able-bodied assistant?
Or is
I said
Black
minded.
or is Black Batman's assistant named Jerome instead of Alfred?
Well,
Exactly.
in my dreams, he's Jerome.
Gotcha.
Jerome.
Who doesn't like saying say Jerome and not smile? I dare you.
Jerome.
Now, Jesse.
I think Bob got
Jerome. You see? Jerome just makes you smile. Alfred feels like I'm going to get my knuckles wrapped.
I think this country is ripe for a Capone level marijuana figurehead. That's what I'd be going to.
I feel like that's got to already be out
I
there.
like how you picked an entry,
know.
a gateway drug, Bob. I like how you did that.
Well, it's been
you're not murdering anybody. You're just making it so that traffic is backed up.
Plenty of murders. There's murders aplenty, but
and marijuana people, potheads murder people.
Oh, it's a source of anything that's going to bring in that much money is going to necessitate a bunch of murder, and I can't shy away from the murder. I've got to embrace the murder.
Goes head first into it.
Head first into murder.
Okay,
100%, Cory.
I don't know, man. I've been sitting over here trying to think, and
did I take your?
No.
Did I take all your murders?
You may have.
Yeah, I just like to murder so much.
Well, that's good because clearly Nick's not doing it. So you'll probably be in charge of his.
I mean, maybe
he's just gonna narc you out.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to watch the televised trial to figure that out. What did Nick Bader get to? What's the story behind his rise to power?
I think if I was to create some sort of criminal network and empire, I'd want to get into the art world.
Okay.
You do have an
jackets
eye for
on
art.
wall.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Jackets on nails.
I mean, look at what's behind you.
Exactly.
Swap out originals for cheap imitations or custom fitted jackets.
That foreboding John Wayne that it's just literally just staring over your shoulder every weekend.
Mm-hmm. I feel him.
Yeah.
I make counterfeit
That's that jackalope.
And the jackalope, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think that's what I'd build my empire off of. Stolen goods, artwork.
You'd be fencing this artwork.
It only hurts the children, though.
Well, I think all of us have hurt the children.
Yeah,
I have
all of our crime and murder.
I have not.
Wait a second.
Todd's hurt the racist children that don't know. They don't
No,
know any better.
I've educated their parents.
Also, he didn't say who the victims were of his gentle vigilantism were going to be.
Yeah, he said racist.
Yes.
I mean, there are racist babies.
Oh, there's racist kids too, but
Yeah.
Well, but the racist kids were taught by their parents. And like I said, I'm starting at the top.
Oh, you're going to the source.
Yeah.
the fountainhead.
I'm starting with granddad too. Shit, I'm tuning everybody up.
So you're
You're doing a Ancestry.com and you're going right to the
Absolutely.
top
I'm
of that. The
reckon-
highest living member on the tree.
You didn't know that's all Jerome does is Ancestry.com searches all day long.
so
Jerome-
you're gonna maim
Jerome
the
and my
adults.
well-funded network are going to help me find the roots of these problems, and I'm going to gently educate them so that they can teach the youngins that we should all work together, not against
I love
one
that you're
another.
teaching peace through violence.
Yes.
Jerome, fetch the keys for the black mobile.
Man, get your own damn keys.
Why does Jerome talk like that? He went to Stanford, damn it.
You can go to Stanford and still talk like that.
You know how Batman generally, Alfred comes in and he hits a couple of notes on the piano and then the wall moves and that's how he gets to the Batcave. But I feel like Jerome's going to play some sort of a crazy.
Dude,
He goes
my
up to the
Jer-
piano and plays Dre.
Dude,
Dun, dun,
dude,
dun,
my-
dun, 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 dun,
No,
dun,
my
dun.
Jerome, Jerome in my dreams has Wesley Snipes' voice from Blade.
Oh,
the Jerome in
always
your
comes
dreams.
back to
I would
Blade.
say, why
Sorry,
again?
fine,
Fucking Blade.
Why don't you be Blade?
Corey loved Blade.
Why do
Blade
you
Runner.
be the Black Blade?
Because Blade killed people, Bob. I'm educating people through my vigilante.
Through violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what level of violence? So the adults are not going to be killed. They're going to be
Right?
maimed.
So much like the Punisher. Well, actually, no, more like Daredevil.
Are the
Like
kids just
right
gonna
up
be
to
punched?
right to the edge. Like Daredevil, I think is probably the level. But again, and I'm going to be creative. Like I said, not everybody's getting the same. See, that I picked vigilante mainly because the twisted side of me is like I want to make sure I customize my service to the people who are offenders.
You don't have
So
to
I
be
wanna-
vigilante to do that. And by the way, Daredevil gave out savage beatings.
Yeah, but exactly. But nobody ever died. They all limped away.
No, people died.
No.
Yeah, you kind of sound like
Watch the series. Nobody died. Not even
kinda
Kingpin.
you kind of sound like mob muscle for racists. You're just gonna go rough some people up.
But I'm invincible.
Teach them a lesson.
And I'm well funded.
Clarifying
that's
question, Todd.
Yes, sir.
Are we still? It's
I'm the Black Batman.
we're going with invincible and not invisible, correct?
If being invincible requires invisibility, Cory, then I'll have the finances to make that happen.
He'll have his cloak of darkness.
He's going to bankroll invisibility, is what he's saying.
Exactly.
Fetch my cloak of darkness.
Jerome!
Jerome!
Exactly. I want you to place an Amazon order for a cloaking shield so I can freaking sneak in to this dude's house and give him a little bit of tough love.
I want Jerome to be like a Radar O'Reilly where he's already saying the answer as Todd's asking it.
Not Radar's voice. Think Wesley Snipes from Blade.
Right, but Radar's response time.
The dad's going to be like in a bloody pulp tied up in a corner, and the kids are going to be sitting down while Todd's like, all right, open up your American history book to page 14 because now it's time for the education.
Oh, no. I'm not doing it in front of the kids. I'm keeping it humane, Nick. I'll say that. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it just like the Batman does on the TV screen. I'll be a hero to the people. A hero. Even though I'll be a vigilante who never gets arrested and doesn't go to jail for breaking the law. I mean, how fast do you think the Batmobile went down freaking Gotham Lane and dude never got a ticket? Not ever. Even running from the police.
There was very scarce amount of people on the road usually when he was driving.
I want to be the Black Batman.
Yeah. Generally, he was running from the police.
Did you see how old those cars
did he get
were in
arrested?
Gotham?
Wait. Hold on. In the new Batman,
Commissioner
Gordon dragging Batman around, letting him look at crime scenes, right? Even after he broke the law.
Yeah.
That's the kind of invincibility I need.
He still ended up in jail.
Todd,
for a minute, and then Gordon broke him out.
Gordon got a slap in the puss.
And look here, Mr. Gordon.
And Todd, I hate to break it to you, man, but if you're the Black Batman driving around, you know you're getting pulled over.
I'm scared.
Sorry, man. I just, it's happening.
What's wrong? That's why I picked the Black Batman.
I want to change my answer.
Invincibility.
I want to be the Jim Gordon to Black Batman.
So you're gonna be like the racist chief of police?
No. I'm the non-racist.
His arch nemesis?
No, Jim Gordon's the guy who helps the vigilante.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Jim Gordon would never be like
not
helping.
Who would be his Joker?
Clearly.
This is not a political podcast. I could name like 16 people right now.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm like, let's not do that because I'll make people mad.
Listen here, Black Batman. Don't you dare bring that car around my mansion anymore.
Oh, my God.
Is that your Joker?
Yeah.
This is really weird. The first movie Batman's ever been pulled over.
Shoot, don't make me go to TC's house.
I was going to say, we got to end it.
We got to end it. All right, we have Schnozzcast. This is Bob and Cory and Todd and Nick saying we'll see you next weekend.